You are now listening to Between Us Girls, the podcast, where we discuss life's fuckeries and then some over wine.
Hey, welcome to our show. This is Michelle,
Danielle,
and Sharonda,
and this is
Between Us Girls.
And tonight we are talking about some very interesting topics. Just had one, so if you missed it, your fault. Okay, because we've been on live for 15 minutes? Mm-hmm. At any rate,
and then definitely had a damn double polyamorous conversation.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I think it's cool. I think it's really amazing to see people live,
their best life.
Well, their best life, but also it's interesting to see people who live differently than you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think there's so many people who pass judgment on others who don't live exactly like them. But I'm like, that's just so unnecessary because,
it really is.
This is here. I'm not for your entertainment, but this is something that you can learn. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're not getting up every day hoping to find out something new, then you're just wasting time.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah, because you're not open-minded.
Yeah.
You're closed off and you're stuck in your ways and
You're not going to grow.
Yeah.
Right. There's so many
just
things.
die.
Yeah.
Because if you're not growing, what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
You're stunted. You're like a dead plant with brown.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
I know, because Fernando just showed up. He's probably going to fucking shame me.
Hell.
All right, so let's talk about positivity. What do we have this week, Danielle?
Okay, so this week's motivation is 2 things we don't give around these parts. It's 1, up, and 2, a fuck.
Right.
Be dedicated.
Pretty much self-explanatory.
Right.
Yeah.
There are things that you should give a fuck about, that you should care about. And you need to know the difference between what it is you should and should not care about. Just don't spend your energy on something that is, 1, not feeding you, 2, that is draining you, that's what you need to be focused
on. Okay. Oh there are some things that I do give fucks about. In regards to the haters in this podcast, just kidding. We have absolutely no haters. It's like,
no, we do. They don't say shit.
Yeah, you're right. They don't say
shit. They've made comments here and there, but it's still fuck them.
Hate on me. Fernando said, "Fuck that."
I'm
sick of him already.
He's about. I'm a what? I can't stand him.
Oh, Ferdy.
Right.
Okay, so what are we sipping on?
We are sipping on Carson Ridge, and it is a Cab Sav. And this motherfucker is 13.5% alcohol, and the vintage is 2016.
Let me tell y'all. Okay, so I went to Kroger the other day. I was like, let me get a bottle of wine. It is hard as fuck to find a good bottle of wine with a decent percentage of alcohol in it. I don't even know how y'all be doing it.
I've never even picked wine like that. I swear I haven't. I've never even picked wine like that.
Shit. I'm like, oh man.
Typically your reds are going to be high in alcohol anyway. Your Cabs, your Zinfandel, Merlot. Your low percentage wines are going to be like dessert wines.
Sweet shit.
Yeah, really sweet stuff.
Not for getting drunk.
You can probably find I think there's a Washington State Riesling that is maybe around 12%, which is kind of high for a Riesling.
Well, I saw a lot of 12s.
Yeah.
But nothing went over 12.
But if you want a high, you got to go to a port or, Yeah.
Porter's okay. The one port wine we had was like, It actually tasted like you could eat it with like a chocolate cake.
A lot of red wines you are, eat with chocolate. Like when you go and sample them, they give you chocolate or whatever to eat with it.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Look at us turning into wine connoisseurs. Even me, who don't know shit about wine. Okay, so like I was telling the people who are watching live, we do have an interesting topic tonight. I was talking to a coworker who mentioned that she watches some controversial things on Facebook and YouTube. She follows some Klansmen. I think those are her words. She follows some Klansmen, like Ku Klux.
Like not the movie version with Denzel Washington's son.
Right. Like actual Klansmen, Ku Klux Klansmen. So she was saying that they were saying, they train their kids to fight at an early age, and, the rest of us don't, so we're sitting ducks, particularly us black people, because all we do is shoot each other and steal and shit like that. Right? Okay. So my question was, because she was really adamant about this, and she was like, it's going to be a race war, girl. And I was like, it could be. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, how? Mm-hmm. And so Danielle and I got to talking about it, and she was like, are there like examples of it being a race war, or are we just saying it could be a race war because white people don't like some black folks? So,
but you need to add in here that your coworker that watches this is not.
She's black.
A Caucasian person.
Yeah, she's black.
Right.
She's watching it so she can be in the know, so she can know.
Right, because you got to stay up on top of what they do.
Somebody has to do recon during a war, right? So that is what she that's what she be doing. So I wanted to kind of talk about it because it sort of piqued my interest, but at the same time I feel like it's an impossibility right now in America for us to have an actual race war.
You think it's an impossibility for us to have a race war?
In the way that she was saying it, like it all like out and out, like okay, for me, every time I think about war, I literally think about the Civil War. So
ain't nobody loading up muskets. Like let's.
First of all, we gonna march across the United States.
Right.
That's what we gonna do. We ain't gonna have no shoes by the time we get there. Gonna look like my Uggs.
There's really not enough black people. Like we would have to group together with other races if we're going to have a race war against white people, just because we're like 12% of the population or something like that. I don't really remember, so don't fact check me on that number. But
okay, Ron.
Ron's big book of statistics featuring Danielle, who does the forward.
But I think that we definitely live in a climate to where it could actually happen. Yeah. I mean, just look at all of the different instances that have been happening over the past
week, even.
Well, I was going to go back ever since Ferguson,
Oh yeah,
and yeah,
you're like real shit though. Let me go shit.
Yeah, but even with the all of the different instances that have happened just this past year, where black people can't do certain things. You can't go to have a barbecue. Your little girl can't. Have a lemonade stand without
people calling the and actually that girl was selling water.
Yeah, water. Yeah, she was selling water.
The freest fucking thing on earth.
And so, you just look at all of those things that have happened. With the girl in the library at the school, she was trying to study, and they called the police on her. And it doesn't make it any better when Trump. He basically sort of adds to it. He just fans the flames with all of his different rhetoric that he spews. With calling, Hispanic people bad hombres and wanting to build a wall. I definitely think that.
See, that's fireworks. Sorry, my neighbors are still participating. Y'all know my neighbors. Did y'all see today that he spoke about how there's no sign even that says this is Mexico and this is the United States.
That's just a whole border with customs agents,
right? But to him in his head, it's just tumbleweeds and shit.
Oh my
you know what I'm saying? You could just really skip across the border.
You cannot,
and that's it. And so right after Nancy Pelosi got up there, and then some other House speakers were just like, okay, well, we asked him if he could lift the government shutdown, and he said no. And it's fucking stupid because it's why? This is not even what we're talking about.
Right.
But anyway, that's what happened today while I was at lunch.
That's a hell of a lunch break.
Yeah, but that's part of the reason why because these people are now feel emboldened to say the things that let's not even fucking pretend like it wasn't already happening. These people are not talking like this in their house all of a sudden.
Right.
Like this is how they already are. But if the leader of your country is like, oh, like you said, bad hombres and talking about people and just...
The Nazis are good people.
Yeah.
Like, like how he said
these are good people.
Yeah.
Right. So they're good people. The folks that got run over by the cars and et cetera, those people are what? Trash, garbage?
Yeah, there to me it's like,
what does he say?
There is an uprising of people that feel like their country is being taken away from them, and Trump definitely speak to those people. So the idea of there being a race war, like, to me, it's very plausible. Like, it could happen. When you have people that follow him and they go and buy a gun and say, you know what, I'm going to go to a synagogue and I'm going to blow up, I'm going to shoot all these people. I'm going to go into the grocery store and I'm going to shoot all the black people that I see, or go to this black church. You have all of these instances where it's like, yeah, it could happen. So, like, if something does happen, like, are we really prepared for that?
I don't think so. I think some people would be, but like you said, then it goes back to us not having that unity that would be required in those situations. Because, of course, we'd have one group going, no, let's try this.
I was getting ready to say, I literally know people on both sides.
Yeah.
And I have someone or some people that I know that are like, I'm ready. I got these guns. I know where I'm setting up shop. I'm gonna be on. Here's my tent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got people that are
bunker and shit.
Like, literally. But then I know other people are like, oh my god, that would never happen. And
I think it could, but honestly, I think as it is right now, things would have to crumble, and then it would have to be like,
well, the government's starting to crumble.
Well, yes, but so you saying we need to go out to Academy right now and pick up some guns so we can get ready?
I think that you should.
Okay.
You know what? I like to go to the gun range. I say that like I've been a whole bunch of times, but I haven't. But like, personally, like, have guns around me. Like, I don't really like the energy that guns bring.
So sage it and move on.
I don't want a gun.
See, I feel like Danielle would meet a home invader, an intruder, with like a bow and arrow. I said, get back. Like, you need a gun. Y'all know that GoFundMe has like $18 million right now for the wall?
Yeah.
Isn't that so stupid?
I'm seriously, I'm going to start another
Exactly,
one.
We sure are. And I was just saying today.
There is another one.
Really racist shit.
There's one to tear down the wall.
No.
Yeah.
I'm talking about doing something really racist, because then we'll have money.
Yeah.
If we say, I said at work, this was just an idea. I was like, what if we said that we need to collect a lot of rope? Because we were going to just get it right.
It's like the girl on Twitter that had that posted that picture of her in a "Make America Great Again" hat, and it was a black girl, and she was like, her parents kicked her out. Or not kicked her out, like they stopped paying for her college because she supports Trump, and so she created a GoFundMe for her tuition, and like all of these white people paid her money. And then she made a post and was like, "Gotcha, bitch." Right. Yeah.
Let me get my Cash App name together.
Fucking genius.
I love Trump 85. $.
Like, people were going in on her about, being a Trump supporter, and other people were like, because it's like, white Trump supporters are looking for any excuse to find a minority that supports.
Right,
yeah, because it sort of justifies their cause or whatever. It's like that. And so it's like, we can do that totally. Like, we need to just make a GoFundMe to create another wall.
Girl, I'm not. I'm done doing
I'm sorry, I know we're not supposed to be doing this, but Fernando said he was going to start a GoFundMe so that he could get some money to go bedazzle that bitch.
the wall. The wall. What is wrong with him? He's so insane.
Have you been drinking tonight, Fernando?
No, it's what have you been drinking? Because he's definitely been drinking. Definitely.
Shit, he probably has a good big ass bottle of red wine.
You know he does.
Mm-hmm. Remember that really
New
good
Mexico.
nobilio he gave us?
Yes.
That was so good. So let's talk a little bit about the incident at McDonald's.
I don't even know what happened at McDonald's.
You don't? Okay.
The video, you didn't see it?
You want to give me the backstory?
So the video starts with a white man at the counter with the drink in his hand, and a black young girl employee.
Oh wait, the one where the guy grabbed
her.
Yes. Oh, okay.
And she wore his motherfucking ass out. Yeah, that one.
And did she wore his ass out. Not she wore his ass out. She wore his ass out, which means she was really putting hands on him.
Yeah.
And she said that her mom put her in boxing class at like 14.
Oh, really?
And her uncle is a former professional boxer.
So she was ready.
She had those hands.
Yeah, he came for the wrong one.
But I think that I saw that he had actually kicked another girl in the stomach
on the way out.
Yes. An employee or just a random person?
I don't know. It was an article. So I
don't know. He was just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He was so unstable. He's like, I just asked you a question. We saw all that shit.
Right.
You did not just ask a question.
But they only charge him with like a misdemeanor, right?
Well, I mean,
2 misdemeanors, I think. But stop putting your fucking hands on people. Like
that's
girls, especially.
But I'm wondering, why is it not assault?
Because she's
probably because she fought back. Well,
she's black.
The New York cartoon in Florida. Is it in Florida?
It's in Florida.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
Or he's from Florida. He's from Florida.
It happened in Florida.
See, I knew.
Why does everything happen in Florida?
Because Charlemagne the God said that the craziest people are from the Bronx and all of Florida.
Yeah, but I just want to know: is it something in the water in Florida, or is it like because
they have so
many?
It was really weird.
They are a peninsula, so
it was really weird. Like you could tell that, like you know, like even though we don't just love each other in Texas, we're just like, oh, excuse me, thank you, blah blah. We know we like give each other those pleasantries. And people in Florida would look at you like, nigga, don't speak to me. And you're just like,
when I went, I had like good experience. Like people were friendly when I went.
I mean, it wasn't, but you don't.
I don't know.
How do you gauge friendly? You don't gauge friendliness the same way I do because you don't like nobody.
This is true. All right. I mean, that's fair. Fair point.
Me and Michelle's ass to be the fought some people.
Okay.
And Danielle's like, why are you even talking to another human?
Right.
Are they part of the beach? Then why are you talking to them?
Right. So then my other question is, so that girl's name is Yasmin. So little Jasmine Bernard that was killed, do y'all think that was road rage? Whatever her name.
What was I don't even know about that
Jasmine
situation.
Barnes.
What did I say it was?
Bernard.
Oh, I know someone named that. Sorry, you're not dead. Sorry. Do y'all think that was a hate crime or
I don't know what
rage?
happened with that. What is? I have not been in tune with
alive.
Asleep. Oh, in life. Okay.
Okay. So what was it? Walmart in like northeast.
Yeah, they were. I think Wayside and like the Beltway. They weren't actually at Walmart. They were at a light, at a stoplight.
Okay.
Because the little girl is actually a cousin of one of my Facebook friends, and she cleared it up and was like, "No, they were not at Walmart. They were at a stoplight." And a man in a red truck came by and literally aimed at their car and just started shooting. So
was it like a random drive-by?
Nobody knows. That's the question, and everybody is saying, "Oh, it's probably domestic violence, this and that."
With a random white man?
Yeah, but but people. I go to troll comments. I go to look at comments because I'm a troll. So I go to try to troll people, but I wasn't in the mood, so I just read the comments. But it was at 6:30 in the morning, and she had all 3 of her daughters in the car.
Was she on the way to work or something?
No, she was going to the store to go get coffee. And so everybody was like, well, why did she take her kids? Da, da, da. But if she would have left her kids at home, then y'all would be screaming neglect. Yeah. So what the fuck? Like,
I'll leave my kids at home. I'll go by myself to buy coffee at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, okay, but they're on school vacation, whatever.
How old were her kids?
The little girl that died was 7 years old. She's a baby, and I think they mentioned questioning another kid, and that child was 6.
I mean, could you imagine?
She may have been the oldest.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if the third daughter is older or younger, but at the end of the day, Why y'all care about what this girl was doing? She wanted her kids in the car at 5 o'clock in the morning. Shut the fuck up. It does not change the fact of the matter that this little girl's life was taken.
So it was that really doesn't have anything to do with
So who all died?
Just one.
Just that little girl.
Just the little
the
girl.
mother got shot as well, but she wasn't life threatening. But the little girl was literally.
I mean, I feel like 5 o'clock in the morning is not really
No,
like
6:30 in the morning.
6:30 and 5, 6.
Yeah.
I mean, I still feel like either one is not like, too early to have your kids with
right.
you. You know what I mean?
Because they can be on their way to daycare or school or work or anything. Yeah. And even still, like you said, it's really neither here nor there.
Like, if you don't want to leave your kids at home, then you take them with you. So
But why are people commenting on that when that's not even the issue at hand? The issue at hand is that an innocent 7-year-old little girl was murdered. Like, I don't care. They said she was shot in the head. So that is straight up murder.
I don't understand why anybody is questioning why she has her kids with her. They're her kids.
Right.
They're my kids go where I go. You know,
we
like,
spend so much
because that's
time.
me. That's how I am. I never left mine at home. No, you get your ass in the car.
But that's
Get your blanket.
people on Facebook, period. Shit. Today, after the R. Kelly thing, it was, well, why her parents or why their parents didn't do blah, blah, blah. It's like, we can't project ourselves onto these situations and say, well, I would have, or me. I mean, you never
know about. I didn't watch the R. Kelly thing, so
she don't be watching.
I don't know the details of the R. Kelly
This
situation.
Bitch don't know nothing.
However, with that being said, if your children underage, I'm assuming that these people were underage.
They were, and
if they're in the entertainment industry, I don't see why, as a parent, you wouldn't be with them when they are in this environment, because
people are predators.
They not only are they predators, but they're like drugs and alcohol around, and that's like the main reason. Like, if you watch any news story, like for kids,
like Vanna Plato,
exactly, where they all Drew Barrymore, like her whole thing was that she was exposed to all drugs and alcohol at a young age. And adults were around and they were basically feeding it to them. And
it was okay.
Why, as a parent, would you want to be around in that? And fucking them, because Corey hated them.
That was their thing.
Yeah, that was their thing. But so it's like, as a parent, why wouldn't you be? So I could totally understand somebody questioning why the parents weren't around in those situations.
100%, I completely agree. But my thing is, with that, you can't say that. You're missing the point of it all. Like, people love to talk around the subject and all the other factors. The fact of the matter is, yes, their parents are shitty parents for not being there, because you got me fucked up. My 13-year-old don't go no fucking where without me knowing who she's with, where somebody from her family is always with her. Just, we gonna leave it at that. But at the end of the day, you're focusing on where their parents were and this and that, and you're taking the spotlight off of the fact that these girls were traumatized and they are actual victims of this shit.
Well, because your parents are supposed to be the ones that protect you.
Yeah, and that's
a valid question.
No, it is, and I'm not saying that it's not. What I'm saying is there were people that were completely focused on that, and with that, they're saying, oh, well, they wanted to be there, or where were their parents? Oh, well, you can't get mad at that because he did blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, he locked up humans in rooms,
But they were old,
animals. Right? No, well, the youngest girl was 14 years old.
At the compound from just last year? Is that what we're talking about? Okay, because I don't know.
It's going back to when all this shit started. They went all the way back to Aaliyah when he married her when she was 15.
So he had 14-year-olds in.
He had he forced a 16-year-old girl to have a threesome with a 14-year-old girl, in his house, downstairs. He pulled a futon mattress out of the closet and was like, "Let's get it."
I feel like he's an allegation.
And he's setting up
allegedly.
He's setting up tripods and shit. I mean, I'm not gonna say allegedly because I'm not gonna knock somebody for telling their fucking story. It's just, I don't know.
It's still alleged though.
It's gonna be alleged until
that's a lot of allegeds.
Fly on the wall.
Yeah, it's a lot of allegeds though. It's a lot of them. There was I think last night was 4 or 5 girls.
I feel like I didn't see all the shit that was on last night.
There were 2 episodes.
Oh.
And then the 5th or 6th person, it was Sparkle's niece.
Okay, I totally missed the 2nd episode.
Yeah. So I mean,
I was like, where did she come from? Wait, did you see that girl where the one in the red, the backup singer?
Oh, booty. Sorry.
The question was, what was Aaliyah like as a person? The meme said, hold on, let me change my hair because it'd be and I bolted up, in the middle of the fucking.
Oh my god, no.
was wearing the same suit.
That is horrible.
But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to watch that second episode because I definitely missed that.
Not a full futon, a futon mattress, Kent.
Like, just so rude. Like, we can't even get the frame on this bitch.
Right. He literally pulled it off the closet. Like, I watched that shit. Okay, so the other episodes are on right now, according to some people from our Facebook Live. So, yeah. It's just, I just hate the fact that it's taken off, the focus is being taken off
The victims. Well, it's always like that, though.
And not because, allegedly and blah, 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 because it's still happening. Like, the two girls that were recently, their parents came out. One of them, the dad was, like, losing his mind. Like, my daughter is in there and whatever else.
But she was of age.
She's 20-something, yeah. But the fact remains, like, how long has she been
and then
there?
she actually was on TMZ and was like, I'm good.
They're probably doing drugs and shit. She's probably fine
I
now.
don't know. You can't. I mean, if she comes out and is like, I'm good, I'm okay about it, and she just don't want to respond to her parents, like, I mean, I really don't know what you can do in that situation. Like, that's.
I don't have no issues.
No, I don't have issues with the 22-year, whatever. Let her live
I got
her life.
issues with them kids.
With babies, right.
Because my thing is, like I said on my post today, it doesn't matter what anybody tells you. When you're 14, 15, even 16, 17, hell, you are a child. You're not grown.
You're minor.
No, to me, you're a child. Until you can really make some good fucking decisions around this bitch and help pull some weight.
Shit, I'm still a child.
Okay, well, you might be. But I'm saying, if you're a young person and you like my son,
my decisions are questionable.
well, he thinks he's halfway grown. You are a child, and he's 14. He makes 14-year-old fucking decisions.
Right.
So, when I was a teenage girl, I was sexually active probably about 16. Should I have been? No. Did I know what I was doing? No. Did I think I was making the right decisions? Of course. I saw so many posts today that were like, oh, such and such, so-and-so at the school, officer blah, 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 y'all used to be fucking him too. He's a fucking pedophile.
Mm-hmm. Right. It doesn't change the
that's
fact.
really it.
I mean, at the end of the day, too, it's like nobody cares to think like this may be one more step. Maybe the girls that were out there fucking with these grown ass men, because I saw posts on Facebook, oh, this such and such was picking you up from school and he was grown and da-da-da. Yeah, but these people are probably missing some shit in life, which, attention from their parents, whatever the case may be, fine, whatever. At the end of the day, though, it still doesn't make the shit right. Like, people love deflecting from the topic, and that's why I went to go type a post 17 times because I couldn't sleep last night, so I was up at like 2 a.m. watching this shit because I missed it when it first came on. And I was just pissed. I was kind of going off on Snapchat, but I wanted to make a post today so bad, but just seeing everybody's bullshit on Facebook, it just made me, you know what, I
was
can't.
disgusting.
People are fucking disgusting. Like, I don't give a fuck to try to hear your different opinion. Like, if you have a fucking daughter, period.
You should be looking at it.
You should be looking at this shit like, oh, yeah, that's a fucking pedophile. Because you don't want nobody grabbing your fucking daughter. You know what I mean? Just because you wouldn't let your kid go somewhere. What if his ass fucked around and kidnapped her like he has other females?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What if he just took her ass and then made her, just tell your parents you're okay?
Okay, so this is how can you really say that somebody has kidnapped another person when there's no charges?
If your Stockholm syndrome is real,
right,
and then also
because they're black girls, nobody gives a fuck about black girls.
But I mean, at minimum, if they,
you know what I mean.
Assuming that we are talking about underage girls that he has been keeping locked, why haven't their parents reported them missing? Like, you know what I mean?
And honestly, okay, so I hate to
even if nobody even actually follows through on it, why was there not a report made?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't know that there hasn't been.
Right.
We don't know. I don't. That's
why I say alleged.
Yeah. I'm just gonna mention this story about. It was a book I read, I think, or maybe I saw it online after I watched a crime story or whatever. But a lady in a box underneath these people's bed, this regular normal ass fucking couple, had kidnapped this lady and kept her in a box under the bed, but let her call her family frequently. So they were like, "Oh, I guess she's okay. She just." Into some weird shit. But really, she was being held captive, but because of the mind fuck of that shit, she didn't really say, I need help or anything like that.
Was she 14 years old?
She was young. I think she was like 20, 21.
Okay, so whatever. mean, seriously, we're talking about the kids here.
But it's still being held captive is the point.
I'm sorry.
I said that to explain the Stockholm syndrome and the negligence as far as saying help me or send watchdogs.
It wouldn't be the same level of care for your 22-year-old child that you wouldn't necessarily be thinking, okay, wait a minute, she's missing, especially if she's calling you. You know what I mean? And she's not giving you any signs. But we're talking about like some 14, 15-year-old girls that have been allegedly held captive by
and held in his house. And
didn't they say that they were able to talk to people?
Yeah, no, their parents came to visit, and he was one of the girls said he snapped.
They not kidnapped if they came to visit.
But that's not true. That's what I'm saying. If you're being held against your will, or have you ever been in an abusive relationship?
No, but I'm saying, like, if I come to your house let's just think this out. Let's just think this out. You say that these girls were held captive at our...
No, I'm talking about the ones current. That's what I was saying when I was saying held captive.
The ones at that house.
The ones...
Are they old?
What the fuck is old?
Are they 18 and up?
Yes. They are.
Fuck them. Okay, so whatever. Like, I don't care.
Okay, but no.
If somebody trying to grab your bra attached, I'm like, I'm a person.
But like, I'll be trying to run and shit. Like, I'm not gonna stay there.
And then if they take you, I'm be like, hey, my nigga, she was 37. Fuck it.
She'll be all right.
Is she really kidnapped?
38. I don't know. She's in some nasty. She can suck her way out.
She can suck her way out of that if she need to.
Yeah. So.
I mean, but if I call, like, I'm gonna be throwing some hints. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm talking about they come over and they visit with them, but you can't say you want to come home, like, or you want to come with me, or is there, how does that go? Like, you know, if you say, oh, so let's go get some coffee, or let's go get something to eat. Like, how does that go? You can't leave, and then if you come back, are you really kidnapped? Are you really being held against your will if you leave and come back?
It's the sexual assault that's the problem on the people that are under the age of 18. That's sexual fucking assault. Like, that's rape. Because look at it like this. Look at it like this. If this was the roles were reversed, and R. Kelly was a white man, and these are little white girls, he would be under the jail by now. And that's all I'm gonna say.
But I mean, he uses that to his advantage too. He's like,
I
shit to me.
I think so.
I'm sorry, not if he was white. If R. Kelly was black and the girls and the underage girls were white,
that would be
he
different.
would be underneath the fucking jail.
You know, Seventh Heaven Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he messed with all them kids, right?
No, there were some little girls that he did. I don't know if it was them, but it was. I don't know if he is in jail.
He never went to jail. I don't think.
No,
I don't think he ever went to jail.
Something I was reading today before I made that post about all those other guys. I think it said that like Don Henley went to jail for or he started probation and he had like a drugged 16-year-old girl.
Who's Don Henley?
From the Eagles, which makes me sad in my heart. But
right,
that's what I'm saying. Like, so these are people
can't
that
be a fan no more.
You know what I mean? So I got to throw the record in the trash.
If we're talking about him having,
she's like wipe it away.
If we're talking about having a 14-year-old girl at R. Kelly's house, and you go as a parent to R. Kelly's house, one, why are you leaving your child there? Why is your child pretty much staying there? Even if your child is visiting, let's just say that R. Kelly is going to be your child's musical mentor, and he's teaching them some stuff.
That's all what it was. Yeah,
you know. So why are you like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave you here. Are you good over here? Like, I feel like that says something about you as a parent.
100%.
You know, and it's like
100%.
But you gotta look at what he might be feeling.
I don't really feel like it's
so if you're a supreme,
I didn't
master,
say that was kidnapping. That part is not kidnapping. Holding somebody against their will is.
But we're saying that.
We've already decided that the kidnapper.
To me, that is
wrong.
Because when you take them, if you take somebody, or if you say, okay, well, we're just gonna go up the street for a minute, and then I don't never go back home. But even if I talk to my parents, I'm like, oh, I'm good. You didn't tell me we was going to do all that.
No, but as like, I wouldn't even let my son spend the night at somebody's house.
Mm-hmm.
So let's even say that I let him
I'm
spend
talking
the night.
about if you're the person, the 21-year-old or whoever that goes with them, and you're like, yeah, we can go chill for a minute. Shit, after a while, you're like, when is I gonna go home? Mm-hmm. You know, you might be having fun at first. Oh, dang, yeah.
You can't make the decision for yourself to go.
I think that you need to watch it first because they talked about how he manipulated them.
That's what I'm saying.
And whatever
it's a lot
else
of that.
because of their young minds, and he's doing shit. And
I mean, but at minimum, you can't say I want to go to the mall and go do that by yourself and go do something, and maybe if I want to come back, I'll come back, and then if I don't, then I go.
Okay, well, look at those women who were in that house in Cleveland or whatever that was. They weren't that locked up in there. I mean, they were, but like
the white girls that was with the black
chained
with the hair.
Was it?
What he was like?
No, the one that ran out the house and was talking to the black guy.
They were like chained up. Yeah, the black guy saved them.
So if they ever
they were
got
pregnant, and he was fucking them, right?
Right,
but they were missing. They had missing person
underage kids.
But the reason why I keep going back to stories like that is because, or like, what's that girl's name? Jamie Dugard. Who lived in a fucking tent with the molester or something, whatever it was.
But they parents...
She didn't leave. Her parents were looking for her because she was a child when she was kidnapped. But she was
that's
like...
That's my point.
But that's what I'm telling you. It's that Stockholm Syndrome is fucking real. And people are like, well, this is not...
They didn't have to continue to hold her captive no more. They had her mentally, and then she grew up with her captors. So by the age of 20... Was she 20?
I think she was.
Or 19? Whatever.
She had several children by the time
I feel
she
like that's
got
a different situation in our case.
It's not, though. Not to say if someone is...
No, we're saying that to say about the Stockholm Syndrome and about how your abuser can make you... Like, look at Drea Kelly. She was a grown-ass woman and married to this nigga 4 years. And she used to have to ask him to come downstairs to get something to eat.
I don't know who that is.
That was his wife that divorced him.
Oh.
She was not held captive like that, but she was, in an abusive, I guess you would call it.
So basically what we're saying is that R. Kelly is a pimp.
Pretty much.
That's saying he's an abuser.
Like he's a pimp. That's the pimp got that.
But he's also a pedophile because you was sleeping with girls that was...
that's what pimps do. They recruit them young and they sleep with them.
But they be old though. Most of them.
Yeah, but he didn't pimp them because they didn't sleep with other people.
I know, but I'm saying like that's how what pimps do. That they get them young and they manipulate them and
then they prostitute them out.
So how do you feel about prostitutes that start tricking at 16?
I mean, I feel like everybody has a choice.
All right. So, how do y'all enjoy this wine? Fun? Do you like it?
I'm done. I'm done today. I'm just not gonna do it. I want to go home. I look at that Wingstop container. Makes me want wings.
Okay.
Just want some lemon peppers. Take my
Let's
ass
give a score. This bitch.
I give it a 7. I don't know. Good God. Okay.
Let me see.
I feel so triggered by her being like,
and now our Facebook followers are saying Dave Chappelle spoke on this. A 15-year-old knows if she wants to be pissed on or not.
I mean, really? Do you not know?
Just because they don't know better, they might know, bitch, that's not for you.
Well,
you are 5.
I'll say that
that is not fucking for you.
As a 15-year-old, you don't necessarily have the voice to want to stand up for yourself.
Come. Okay, so Terrence is here. My son, he's 14. Terrence, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
If R. Kelly tried to kidnap you...
No.
Okay. So he made his own decision. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, everything is a choice.
Please, I feel like I'm being held against my will. I want to go now. I'm ready to leave.
Okay, so your score was actually 7?
No, it's not a 7. I'm going to give it, I don't like the aftertaste. It was kind of heavy. I'm going to go with a 19.
Okay.
Too many sulfates. I have a headache.
It does have a lot, huh?
It was kind of like, I don't know, like I just don't like the taste of it. I don't like the taste of it at all. It's Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 15.
Okay.
I mean, it has a nice
It's
smell
some
too.
left too. You know that's how we
okay.
like it.
I mean,
has-
I did have a little bit extra, but I never finished my glass.
It has a nice smell to it, at least I guess I'll say. But it does. It's I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of strong, like, but
Nasty.
with no flavor. Like it's strong with no flavor, I guess.
No reason strong.
Yeah, like I mean, I would like for it to have a little bit more flavor to it.
Yeah, it's very flat. It's like
It is flat.
there's
Flat is
no
a good word.
variance. It's just
Flat
like
is a very good word.
it is because it's like, oh yeah. It looks like when you look at it, you're like, oh, this is going to be nice. It's going to be rich. It's going to be this, and then it's like, womp womp womp. Kind of like when you look. Just kidding. I was going to mention penis, but I'm going to stop now. Okay. Which was 15? 15, 19. I'm going to go with 19 as well. Because I gave it 10 points already for being alcohol. And then I did like that it looks nice in the glass. So I gave it some, try to like use our actual scoring.
Yeah, I mean it has like really good like
Body.
blades on it and stuff. Yeah, but
Yeah, but the taste was good.
Yeah.
So 19.
so it's an average score of I guess I'll say 17.
Okay. So you do not win the week. I mean the month.
Yeah.
Anything else before we sign off? Do we have any updates? Oh,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What you gonna
I
say?
was just going to talk about the blog.
Oh, I was gonna mention book club.
Okay.
Yeah, so book clubs start this month, and we are reading Learning to Enjoy What's in the Middle by Demez White. So if you want to read with us, join our Facebook group. Just go to Facebook and type in Between Us Girls in the search bar for groups and join our group. And I'm going to create a chat, I guess,
Yeah.
for us to talk about the book. So yeah, do that. I'm actually kind of excited because Demez is one of our group members.
And a Patreon supporter.
Yeah, and so I'm kind of excited to see what this book is all about. And then he did generously give away the book to 5 of our group members. Yay, yay, yay. So they'll
Thank
be
you.
joining us. Yeah, that was very nice of him to do so. So join the book club.
Okay. And then don't forget, I don't know if you guys saw our intros this week. Danielle put together some really cute reintroductions for us.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
My name is Hope. Okay. So we will be starting up. Well, we've revamped the idea of our blog. Initially, it was something different, but now you'll hear from the 3 of us. And it's going to be released Mondays. So if you are on our newsletter list, you will get a direct link to your inbox. You want to do that. Otherwise, you'll just have to find it elsewhere. Okay? You can do that on www.betweenusgirlspodcast.com/blog. And then I think that's about it for me. I'm super excited. We're also going to be, our t-shirts will be kind of revamping the store a little bit too, probably within the next month. So we'll let you guys know whenever that is, ready to roll.
I mean, we've got merch already, though,
Right.
so
You can always head over there. I will update the website to include a link to go shopping. So,
bye.
Thank you for joining us on Between Us Girls. But don't keep it a secret. Listen and share with everyone you know. See you next week.